every building has to bring its own Wi-Fi in. We all good?
It's already up.
Beautiful. Thank you.
started. Thank you everybody for coming tonight. This is the San Jose Museum of Art's first Friday for February 2023. Can you believe it? 2023 is here. Oh my gosh, the year of the rabbit, the year of the cat. Yeah, you're doing the rabbit? Okay, we're doing the rabbit tonight. We're the year of the rabbit tonight. My name is Robin Treen and I work here at the museum, and thank you everybody for coming out on this rainy night. We're happy to have you here. We have a great program for you here tonight. Just a couple of announcements real quick. Anybody who was wondering and didn't already ask, yes, you can bring food and drink in. The cafe is open. You're welcome to buy whatever libations you want and bring them in with you. The program tonight is going to be in two parts. It's going to be from 7 to 8 here in the Wendell, with a half-hour intermission, and then part 2 will be up on the Sky Bridge at 8:30. So please stick around. The galleries are open tonight. Everything is free. Please take advantage of what's here tonight. Just a few other announcements too for anybody who hasn't already found them. The restrooms are right around the corner. Please feel free to help yourself. We are going to leave the doors open tonight just for everybody's comfort. Feel free to come and go. And just a couple of announcements for the museum as well. Please, anybody who hasn't already, mute your cell phones. Ooh, I should do that. I just realized I need to take my own advice there. So please mute your cell phones for tonight. And let's see. Oh, a couple of announcements just for our partner organizations. San Jose Jazz is just about to open their latest, their 2023 Jazz Fest, Winter Fest, which will start on February 16th. And we will be hosting a stage with them tonight at the museum here for First Friday next month, so that'll be on March 3rd. So please come back for that. And then, let's see, what else are we doing? We have, yeah, I know, we have a lot going on. So we have some wonderful exhibitions for you to see here tonight as well, so please do take advantage of that. And I think with that, this program, I should say too, is being presented in partnership tonight with Mosaic America, who we work with quite often. And so I'm going to introduce Priya, and she will talk to you about the program tonight, which is a commission on their part. So thank you everybody for coming.
Thank you, Robin. So I must begin actually by thanking Robin and the San Jose Museum of Art, Karen, Kevin, Fred. They have been a wonderful partner, and one of the things I do not tire about sharing this with you, I have shared with some of you at some other event, but Robin once said to me that a museum is made up of doors, and what she meant by that was that it is meant for people to come in through multiple avenues. And I thought that was just such a beautiful sentiment. And San Jose Museum of Art always feels like home to organizations like ours, a small organization like ours. And we've now been working for now 3 or 4 years together, and it's been just wonderful. Thank you, guys. So what does Mosaic America do? We believe that none of us should shed any part of our history, identity, or culture to be considered American. So all of our programming, all of our events are driven with that intentionality. We are all gathered here in this room today because of each of our American journeys. And therefore, we have to examine and explore the geographies of these migrations, be it through slavery, through coercion, through colonization, or opportunity. And we need to do this so that we can all create practices of belonging to America. Now, if you would just, after the performance, hang back, there's going to be an interactive session where the artists will talk about each of their journeys, and then we would like to hear from you about your journeys and your questions and explorations. And now, to introduce PC Muñoz, Devon Carter, and Brian Dyer. They are the RIGHTSTARTER team, and they will present Black Pacific, the Geographies of Freedom, and it's a commissioned work by Mosaic America.
Thank you. Check. Hey. talking about how migration of our parents' generation has shaped who we are, and how California, in many ways, for a lot of different people, represents freedom. So we hope that you can vibe with us this evening. We're so happy you could be here, and we're gonna get it started. Hey, hey, y'all want this party started, right? Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Right starter, but I lean to the left. Right starter, but I lean to the left. Say what, say what? Right starter, but I lean to the left. Right starter, but I lean to the left. Come on, come on. Right starter, but I lean to the left. Right starter, but I lean to the left. Say what, say what? Right starter, but I lean to the left. Right starter, but I lean to the left. On your left, on your right, 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 on the right, on the right, on the left, on the right, on the right, Hey, it's right starter. All right, y'all. Welcome back to Mary One. This next song is entitled I and I. Feel free, come on in, y'all. We're all family here. Come on in. I know it's a museum, but like if you want to tap your foot, clap your hands, it's all good. It's Black History Month, you know what I'm saying? This is, hey, right starter, right starter, one time for it, one time for it, one time, let's get into it, I and I alone, pieces of a man, flesh, blood, and bone. I cannot condemn, and I cannot condone. Product of my sins, trying to atone. Where do I begin? Where do I belong? These are my rights, even when I'm wrong. This is my life, and these are my songs. Paid a steep price to get where I'm going, to get where I'm at, to get what I got. And I ain't got but some in the pot, and I will not quit. I will not stop. I will not quit. No, I will not stop. No, no. I and I alone, pieces of a man, flesh, blood, and bone. I cannot condemn, and I cannot condone. Product of my sins, trying to atone. Where do I begin? Where do I belong? These are my rights, even when I'm wrong. This is my life, and these are my songs. Paid a steep price to get where I'm going, to get where I'm at, to get what I got, and I ain't got but some in the pot. I didn't got this, and I didn't got dropped, but I will not quit. I will not stop. No, no. I and I alone. Hey, I and I alone. Hey. I and I alone, I am one of one. Eyes about as red as the setting sun. Me and mine come in peace every time we come. You and yours, but of course come through with the gun. Me and us, we discuss whom we should trust. They and them burst in, said the jig was up. See, the holders of the cross came across the studs, and now we caught up in the cross. Tell me, where's the love? Where's the love? Tell me, where is Christ? Slave narratives, they paved over paradise. For missionaries that missionary got civil rights. Small price to join the ranks of the civilized. And live a lie. We live and die within the whims of a pig with a bleeding eye. It's the beginning of the end, but you needn't cry. It's me and you, I and I alone. Pieces of a man, flesh, blood, and bone. I cannot condemn, and I cannot condone. Product of my sins, trying to atone. Where do I begin? Where do I belong? These are my rights, even when I'm wrong. This is my life, and these are my songs. Paid a steep price to get where I'm going, to get where I'm at, to get what I got, and I ain't got but some in the pot, and I done got dissed, and I done got dropped, but I will not quit, no, I will not stop, no, no. I and I alone. Hey, I and I alone. Hey, come on, come on, come on, come on. I and I alone. Hey, 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 hey. I and I alone. Hey, hey, check. Yeah, yeah. Hey, come on. Hey, yeah, yeah. Yeah, come on. Yeah, yeah. Come on. Hey, 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 hey. Habits of mind, moments in time. You can see it if you open your eyes, all three. I know our liberation is tied, we all free. I never been one for disguise, it's all free. I'm not free while killer cops go scot-free. I hope to not hear stop free, stop me. If you heard it before, swear it is raw. In my school of thought, we was taught to call a Nazi a Nazi. Now my stomach in knots and I cannot breathe. Stranded on Plymouth Rock and I cannot see. Ham hock with a ham hock and a hot beat. I hopped up and spit 16. Hey, hey. I and I alone, pieces of a man, flesh, blood, and bone. I cannot condemn and I cannot condone. Product of my sins, trying to atone. Where do I begin? Where do I belong? These are my rights, even when I'm wrong. This is my life, and these are my songs. Paid a steep price to get where I'm going, to get where I'm at, to get what I got. And I ain't got but some in the pot. And I done got this, and I done got dropped. But I would not quit, I would not stop, no, no. I and I alone. I and I alone. Hey, hey. I and I alone. Hey. I and I alone. Hey. I and I alone. I am one of one. I and I alone. I am one of one. Hey, that's I and I. All right, y'all. Everybody enjoying themselves? Appreciate y'all being with us tonight. All right, so this next song is a song called Betrayed, which is the first time that me, Brian, and PC did work together, and it's about betrayal. So let's get into it.
Betrayed.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed, we've been betrayed.
I was lied to.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
I was betrayed.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
I
We've
was
been
lied
betrayed.
to.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed. We've been betrayed.
Betrayed.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
I said I was lied to.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed. We've been
I
betrayed.
was betrayed.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed. We've
I
been
was
betrayed.
lied to.
I've been betrayed. Hey, hey. I pulled these knives from my back and placed scars over gash. Lament the lost cause as I flick away ash and exhale smoke screen. Celluloid dreams, just a fraction ideals of a paranoid teen. Boy meets world, meets pain, meets hate. Prisoner of war / ward of the state. So I state for the record that I am no angel, trying to earn stripes on a banner star-spangled betrayed. Dreams deferred and delayed. Land of the thief and home of the depraved. When the past is past due, future is erased. Culture is debased, nothing can be saved. Betrayed, be forewarned, be afraid. Black lives are like black lines on a page redacted. There ain't nowhere to run when the shooter is active, and you are the practice. Betrayed.
Betrayed.
I've been betrayed, been betrayed.
I said I
betrayed.
was lied to.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
I was betrayed.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
Said I was lied to.
Come on. I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed. We've been betrayed. Come on. I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
I
We've
said
been betrayed.
I was lied
I've
to.
been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
I
We've
was
been
betrayed.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
Said I
We've been
was
betrayed.
lied to.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed. Hey, Storm brewing on this landmass, levees and sandbags. Lane fall heavy, watch out for the land grab. They smile in your face, watch out for the backstab. Flags fly at half-mast, tattered and frayed. Betrayed, come one day, come one day. Accounts pass through and debts to repay. Emaciated strangers, anger engraved. In sunken eye sockets, behold the false prophets betrayed. Fuel boss fossils, so hostile. False sincerity, prosperity, gospel. God's plan is a con man in a brothel. Armed to the teeth and aiming at your beliefs. I'm broken up, but woken up to dream more. There's no escaping this rapist under the Supreme Court. Believe none of what you see, cause freedom ain't never been free. Be
Betrayed.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
Said I was lied to.
I've been betrayed, you've been
Lord
betrayed.
knows I was betrayed.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
Said I was lied to.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
I was betrayed.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed. We've
I
been
was
betrayed.
lied to.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
I was betrayed.
Hey. I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed.
Said I was lied to.
I've been betrayed, you've been betrayed. We've been betrayed.
Betrayed.
Brian Tyler, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So, like I was saying at the top, this piece, Black Pacific, is all about our identities. PC as Micronesian, ambiguously Latino, but not really. Me as an African American person, and we were really just thinking about, you know, in the spirit of Mosaic, who is our presenter here, the rich mosaic that makes up the American story, right? And so this project is all about the reclamation and putting forth a more nuanced, complicated story. A lot of times what ends up happening is our stories get compressed and flattened, right? So, you know, Black History Month becomes a mug at Target, but you can't teach it in certain classrooms, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So that's all about story. That's all about story. The folks who are trying to take us backwards, which is actually impossible, but the folks that are trying to take us backwards know the power of the story. So this project is all about uplifting the stories of oppressed people, thinking about how people move, right? There was a great migration to the north, lesser talked about. A lot of Black folks came out to California to start over. And even though this wasn't necessarily the promised land that they thought they were coming to, just that idea of there's somewhere that we could go that's better than here, right? And so we were really fascinated by that idea, and it kind of got us on this whole song cycle that we created. Amidst the pandemic, and we were gonna make a film because of the pandemic, we couldn't perform. Thank God we could perform again. Because we ain't filmmakers. But shout out to Mosaic for putting support behind this work. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mosaic. And this next piece, I think, is one of the first things that we started working on. And it's a tune called Noble Savage. Up and up is down. Overlords are underground. The sky is black, thunder pounds. Storm is brewing. What you doing? What you doing? What have you done? Under pressure, now we on the run. On the run. On the run. Under pressure, now we on the run. See, down is up and up is down. Overlords are underground. Sky is black, thunder pounds. Storm is brewing. What you doing? What what you doing, what have you done? Under pressure, now we on the run, on the run, on the run. Under pressure, now we on the run. I'm a noble savage. I'm a noble savage. Hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a noble savage. Hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a noble savage. Hey, 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 hey. I'm a noble savage, global threat. Bare my teeth, show my chest. Cup of sugar, pound of flesh. No possessions can't be possessed. I'm a noble savage, humble serf. Praise my God, work my earth. In this land of my birth, I am born, I am scorned. Sky is black, clouds are morning. Fallen warriors, law and order. Said the sky is black, clouds are morning. Fallen warriors, law and order. See, down is up and up is down. Overlords are underground. Sky is black, the thunder pounds. Storm is brewing. What you doing? What you doing? What have you done? Under pressure, now we on the run. On the run, on the run. Under pressure, now we on the run. I'm a noble savage. I'm a noble savage. I'm a noble savage. Hey, I'm a noble savage. Hey, 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 hey. See, down is up and up is down. Overlords are underground. Sky is black, thunder pounds. Storm is brewing. What you doing? What you doing? What have you done? Under pressure, now we on the run. On the run, on the run. Under pressure, now we on the run. I'm a noble savage. Hey, I'm a noble savage. Hey, 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 I'm a noble savage. Hey, yeah, 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 I'm a noble savage. Yeah, 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 yeah. See, down is up and up is down. Overlords are underground. Sky's black, the thunder pounds. Storm is brewing. What you doing? What you doing? What have you done? Under pressure, now we on the run. On the run, on the run. Under pressure, now we on the run. I'm a noble savage. Hey, hey. I'm a noble savage. Hey, 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 hey. I'm a noble savage. Hey, hey, hey. I'm a noble savage. I'm a noble savage. Alright, we got like 1.5 more songs. Y'all doing all right? Y'all rocking with us? It is so great to see this turnout. It's a beautiful thing. This is our second time performing this song cycle. We were fortunate enough to do San Jose Jazz Fest back in August. And then I got COVID and gave everybody COVID, but we're back. We're back. And I showed up to the gig. I was like, I have COVID right now. This is not good. All right, so what we're gonna do right now is kind of our outro piece, and this is a thing called Spirits Moving, and it's really in the spirits of my ancestors are with me right now. You can't ban the truth. You really can't, as hard as you may try. You can't ban the truth. So the jazz singer Abby Lincoln has a great quote that I am really thinking about this month and this week. And she said, they'll steal your ancestors if you're not careful. So this one is for the ancestors. Spirits Moving. Said we up against it, going through it. This is more than music. This is spirits moving. Spirits moving. Spirits moving. Spirits moving. Spirits moving. Spirits moving. Moving for you. Up against it, going through it. It's more than music. These are spirits moving. 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 Moving for you. And 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 moving for you. And 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 moving for you. And 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 moving for you.
for you.
So we up against it, going through it. This is more than music. These are spirits moving,
Spirits moving,
spirits moving,
spirits moving,
spirits moving.
spirits moving. Moving for you.
So we up against it, and we going through it. This is more than music. This is spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving,
Spirits moving,
spirits moving.
moving for you.
And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you.
Moving for you.
And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you.
Moving for you.
And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you.
Moving for you.
And you, and you, and you, and you,
Moving for you.
My city is tent city, high rent city. It's 3 families a home, it's high density. The cost of living alone, the intensity is on 10. Condos is going in, my people is going out. Shadiness going down. They raise neighborhoods without making a sound. Cracks open the ground as the residents start to applaud. They move guards, the past and the future at odds. Active shooter at large and on duty. Real life horror movie, so your words don't move me. No apologies, no excuses for your predatory policies. Call it prophecy, destiny manifested. Your culture is deemed irrelevant. All hell development. Now let the curve truth settle in. Who we moving for? Moving for you. So we up against it, going through it. This is more than music. These are spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving.
Moving for you.
So we up against it, going through it. More than music. These are spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving.
Moving for you.
PC Muñoz, aren't you? My man, we gotta get him a mic at some point. This is PC Muñoz, ladies and gentlemen.
Moving for you.
All about PC Muñoz.
Moving for you.
That's my man on the third
Moving
stick.
for you.
Right here we got my man Brian Dyer on the vocals with the
Moving for
beatbox.
you. Moving for you.
I go by the name of DEM ONE,
Moving for you.
and it's been a pleasure. You gotta join us. Moving for you. PC said we gonna call and response.
Moving for you.
Come on, come on. Everybody in the house, one time, say
Moving for you.
say what, say what, say what, say what, say what, say what, say come on.
Moving for you.
Say what, 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 we
Moving for you.
and you, 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 and you.
Moving for you. Moving for you. Moving for you. Moving for you.
Said we up against it, going through it. More than music, this is spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving, spirits moving.
Moving for you.
Yes, the rhythm, the rebel. Without a pause, I'm lowering my level. The hard rhymer, where you never been, I'm in. You want styling, you know it's how it can be. The enemy telling you to hear it. They play the music, this time they play the lyrics. Some say no to the album, the show. Don't rush the sound. We made it a year ago, I guess you know. Because I'm just a radical, not on some radical. Yes, I make it critical. The only party your body, should we party it too? What we moving for? Moving for you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, So when we said we was doing a Q&A, I was like, Priya, let's not do a Q&A because I run from the Q&A every time it happens. If you're leaving now, that's not a shit. But we do want to make a little space for folks to, if you have questions about the work.
Thank you for asking. This is called a slapstick. It is to me, it is an electric drum on a stick with tone. I'm a drummer, but I love this thing because of what I can do with it. I can run around with it, I can bend notes with it, but it's basically, I see it as a drum on a stick. And it's made by an inventor who's here in the Bay Area, up in Marin County. His name's Andy Graham, and he invents all sorts of really interesting instruments. And he won actually Best New Instrument, Best New Invention in 2017 at the NAMM show, which is a big music industry, technology, and instrument showcase conference. That's what it is. And for me, I should add this, it has special resonance for me because it has some similarities to an instrument called the Balembao Tudzan, which is an instrument from Micronesia, which is where my dad is from. And my dad's right there, my parents are right there. And in Micronesia, the instrument is actually, it's a long kind of metal string and a coconut gourd. And it has this sort of ethereal sound and percussive. And to me, it's related to the African diddley-bow and also to the Brazilian berimbau, the sort of one-string instruments, and possibly to the Vietnamese dambao too. All these one-string instruments. So to me, this is like a sound of the ancestors turbocharged into the 21st century.
All right, any other questions? Question right here.
What were the names of your ancestors?
You said who? What were the names of the ancestors to who?
What were the names of your ancestors when you were thinking of when you were composing that song?
I'll say for me, my late great grandmother, Gertrude Craft, who they called Gravel Gert back in El Campo, Texas. Very, very tough person. Quick with the wit. She could roast with the best of them, and I think my best off the cuff thinking, I always feel like that's her spirit. And she was super, super angry, which I always loved about her, all the way up into her passing. So I tend to think that's what's flowing through on that song. I'm San Jose, born and raised, PC.
I was born and raised here in San Jose. I live in San Francisco now, have for a long time. But I was born and raised here.
Born and raised in Oakland.
Right.
And I live there now.
All Bay kids. All Bay kids. Question back here?
Yeah, when did y'all start singing and writing the music?
Wow. Long time ago. And for me, I started playing drums in 3rd grade because I was walking around pounding on everything. And at that time, it was the 1970s, and the public school system here in San Jose gave you free music lessons. And I was driving my teacher crazy. I was walking around going, it's too bad, it's about that. And my teacher, Miss Machado, Jane Machado, she was like, you might want to take advantage of those free lessons that they have here. And I was like, okay. So I went, and you could bang on stuff, and I liked it. And I kept going from there. And then in my teenage years, I started writing and putting songs together, doing production and stuff.
How did you guys find each other?
PC found me on the internet, how people find each other these days. PC reached out to me on the internet, I think because you had saw a video of mine, and I'm like, who is this guy? PC is like, I'm from San Francisco, I used to live in San Jose, I really like your music, let's meet up for coffee. And I told people I was coming to meet with you in case any weirdness popped off. They knew the last place I was supposed to be. And we just started talking and having this kind of mutual affinity for similar types of music. And that was maybe a decade ago or something like that. And we went on to do a lot of projects and consider this my brother in music right here. Yes. And yeah, it's been a really fruitful partnership. But we were kind of trying to figure this out for a long time, and I don't know why you didn't call Brian a long time ago. We brought in Brian to work with us on the song "Betrayed," which you guys heard, and that was really the missing piece in terms of bringing this group together. We got one more question in the back.
Where can I find y'all? Like, y'all perform often? Can I follow you online?
All three of us do, in addition to when we're together as RIGHTSTARTER. When we're together as RIGHTSTARTER, we do this kind of stuff, and then we also do all sorts of other things. So, like, you can see Brian every Monday at the Freight and Salvage in Berkeley with Bobby McFerrin doing the circle singing with a group called Attune. Attune.
Attune?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a funny thing. So we have a group with I've been working with Bobby McFerrin for a little bit over a year now. And so we have Bobby McFerrin in Motion is the name of that group. But when we work alone, they keep the name. So we have a different name, and we're called Attune. Attune. And we actually have a show coming up at the Freight and Salvage next Friday. This is a venue in Berkeley.
And I'll be playing jazz on this coming Sunday, Birnbeck in San Francisco, with this free jazz pianist called Ira Kamen. Completely bonkers stuff if you like your jazz way out there, if you like Ornette, if you like Archie Shepp, if you like Cecil Taylor, you might like that. 5 o'clock in San Francisco on Sunday. So yeah, in addition to when we're as RIGHTSTARTER, we all do different things, but then we gather together to do this stuff, which is really important and powerful.
Absolutely. I'm on Instagram, Life After Hip Hop. All right, y'all. PC Muñoz is going to be performing a solo piece upstairs. I'm sorry?
We got one more question.
Oh, we have one more question. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Good question. It was weird. When I was a kid, I was always I guess I was into bass lines and stuff like that. So like shows would come on. You know, remember TV shows used to have themes. They had themes, like real theme songs all the time. And I always found myself just kind of humming along and stuff like that. And I would do it, and people would tell me like, "Stop humming! Like I'm trying to hear it," you know. And that's how I got into it. And I was always singing, and I sang in choirs when I was young, and you know, singing all styles of music from classical, baroque, spirituals, gospel, blues, jazz, a little bit of everything. And yeah, just kind of progressed. I started joining a cappella groups in my teens, in my late teens, and I was in a bunch of different groups, and I was usually the bass singer in the group. And then I played bass guitar, so that's kind of how it evolved.
Always jealous of somebody with that voice register.
Are you guys, anybody curious about the visuals that were shown? Yeah? Yes. Which one?
I think you had a question.
Yes. I would like to volunteer the audience to ask that question. Which one do you want?
The next one? No, the one after that. Yeah, so this is a very intentional image. You can see, it's called Holding His End Up. And what you can see there is Uncle Sam, pictured upright and righteous. And he has these kind of horrid caricatures of territories of the United States at the time, showing you how the United States viewed people. And viewed the people that were the inhabitants of their colonies. So you can see at the time, you can see Cuba, you can see Puerto Rico, you can see Philippines, which was part of the U.S. at that time when this cartoon came out, and also Ladrone. Does anyone know what Ladrone is referring to? So that is what the Spanish first called Guam, when they landed in Micronesia, because the indigenous people of Guam were barterers. So when the Spanish arrived, the Chamorros, that's the natives of Guam, they went out to the boats and they started looking through their stuff. Like, hey, we got some stuff to trade. And the Spanish were like, ah, ladrone, you're a thief. And they named the island that, which is pretty insulting, until they named it another name, Guam, which also is neither, it's not a Chamorro word, it's just a sort of a made-up word. The actual Chamorro name is Guam. But we picked this image because you can see how this was just accepted to say, well, look at these little savages that are inhabiting the colonies that we have. And to think that this particular viewpoint has disappeared is false. And so we like to use these images as they're confrontational and they make people uncomfortable, but they remind you of, you know, of history and things that sustain whether we'd like them to or not.
Does anybody want to share their journey?
Well, I'm here. I am a product of colonialism. I grew up in Nigeria. I was born and raised in Nigeria. So I do have a colonial experience, but not in the hands of America, but British. So that is, you know, the journey. And, you know, I'm not sure, maybe some of you may not be old enough to remember the Nigerian Civil War, the Biafra. So we were the Igbos in the southeast of Nigeria. So the Biafra War was a terrible war, and probably costing us many as 2 million lives. So I was 12 years when the war started, and for 3 years running from bush to bush, with no schooling. Once the city fell, everything became terrible. The instigation why the war started was due to petroleum discovery. Once they discovered the petroleum in the south of Nigeria by the Shell oil company. And in order for them to be able to control that, they have to kind of sow divisions, among different ethnic groups. And so that was how the war started. And that's just my brief journey. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's Joe Abu, so he actually makes very beautiful drums and percussion instruments. I play a lot of them. Great man and great instrument maker. Joe Abu.
You back here? Mm-hmm.
What about the picture before this one?
The picture before?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of the same idea, and it's these caricatures that that's part of America's history in the way that Black lives have been portrayed, right? Childlike, savage, unkept, and these are incredibly sticky ideas that follow us into the present, as PC was saying, and we kind of have the Uncle Sam figure. And I think this is kind of speaking to the concept of the white man's burden, that this is it is the job of the benevolent colonizer to take care of the subjects, as it were. And so, these are the types of things that some folks would rather not look at anymore. And I think it's one of the reasons that we choose images like this to kind of keep that at the forefront.
I think further than that, and I like that, how you said incredibly sticky. One of the main kind of themes when we started writing Black Pacific and the pieces in Black Pacific was the idea, thinking about these images, that the creation, not only our people, Black and brown people, considered less than, but our creations are as well. They are considered lower art somehow. And one of the examples I like to give, as a music educator, is talking about sampling specifically. There's a composer named Steve Reich who did some sampling early on, and it was considered like a genius, a gift, and he is a great composer. But when kids from the Bronx started doing the same thing, taking little snippets of something and flipping it and looping it, they were called thieves, and they were called, like, no, this is not art, this is not even music. And it shows you like how the creations of people are tiered, sometimes very consciously and intentionally, and sometimes subconsciously. But either way, it exists.
All right. Some heavy questions in this room. All right. One more time, round of applause for Mosaic America. Stay tuned to Mosaic. They're always putting on quality entertainment. PC Muñoz upstairs doing a solo piece at 8:30. And we just thank y'all again for coming out. RIGHTSTARTER.